Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Tuesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Digital Sim Racing League Timber Creek Home Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBradys Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Scene of all the action this evening, 90 action-packed laps, and this is shaping up. It's going to be a good one. Some extremely fast cars in here, some high-quality drivers. We had 24 of them to open the season last week at Auto Club. Got 24 of them right back here again in Las Vegas on the West Coast swing. Hope you're ready for some great racing action. Be sure you shout out in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. You got a favorite driver, shout them out. I want to give a quick shout out to the boys at BeefOBradys tonight. Jersey and everybody over there. Appreciate you guys being a part of the festivities week in, week out. Got their driver right there in the 24 machine. Mr. Thomas Brander had a rough start to the season last week at Auto Club. He's hoping to rebound. Feels like he's got a solid piece under him. He's going to try to make a good qualifying effort. Then he's going to make a run up and around through and try to win this thing tonight. Saw him in practice on Saturday, and he was feeling pretty good about where the car was. Right now, this guy, the quickest in the room, 29.60. for Adam Vinny. Podium finish last week at Auto Club. He came on late. Look down through some of these guys. There goes Austin DeMore on track. Seth Wansing. Wansing was on a different pit strategy last week at Auto Club, and it just didn't play out for him. He caught a caution at the wrong time, and it just really kind of hurt what he was doing. There's your winner for both of the truck races this season. And I am looking for the 48 car, Michael Larch. And he is here. He's just not on track right now. There's our buddy Mike Forstner. He's sporting that BeefOBradys stuff on the side of his car as well. He spent some time in the practice session with us this week. I know he had some relatives in, and he's probably riding around out there on a full belly. Those big old bumps in turn one probably giving him a little bit of a feeling. Right in front of him. Is that Tim Horton's car? No, it is not. That is a throwback car. Does it say Holly Farms on it? Yeah, we're going in the way back for that one. There's old Nick Cooper, Mr. Front to Back. Which actually, it's the opposite of that. It's back to front because he likes to start at the back and race his way to the front. Richie Gaines and Shane Yost. Let's get a look at Gaines here real quick. That 11 car, and then Shane Yost. Yost had a good run last night. Came home second at Dover in the trucks. He was having a good run. He got on the same strategy as Mr. Wansing last week, and like I said, just didn't work out. Just some untimely. The T-Town Terror, Scotty Thomason. Hello, Miss Jane, Mr. Bill, and look at that. It's Tiny Dancer early this evening. 20 car of Alex Shazinski. Garrett Boyd, again this week, he is in the 94 car as the regular driver for that car, not able to get back from his foyer out to the Rolex 24, the big fat winter storm, messing up his return to his home. Didn't want to drag the camper through the snow, and I don't blame him a bit. Be happy to see him back next week. We'll see if Mr. Boyd can give himself a little giddy up. Get himself to the front and have a good finish. He ran good last week. Made a good showing for that 94 car. Dean Gagliano in the 38. Let's see who's around. We can get a quick word. How much time do we have left in this? Not enough to do anything. We'll probably wait. We'll grab somebody right at the end of qualifying here with about a minute to go in qualifying session so that we can yakety yak. I'm behind turn 3 next to the beer trailer. There isn't a beer trailer in turn 3, unfortunately. And the merch stuff is out in front under the main grandstand. Been to this track numerous times, real life. So kind of know where most of the stuff's at. So Scotty King got busted telling stories again. Bad dog, no biscuit. 25 drivers officially tonight. I don't know who snuck in here late, but thank God they did. There's Doyle Lawrence in that big, bright number 88 car, getting him some laps in. But we've reached the most important session of the night, qualifying. Your qualifying position is going to dictate everything about how your night goes usually. Top 5 in points are going to the back, and I'm going to try to figure out who that is for you guys here real quick, even though I am absolutely lost in space. Larch, Graves, Vinny, Cooper, and Stidham will go to the back tonight in the reverse order from that, obviously. This track is going to make a little bit of a transition. We are late in the day here. Sun is still just up enough. We're going to have a little sunlight on the racetrack, but as this race goes on, the lights will come up. The sun will go down. We will not be 100% night by the time it is over. We will be close enough. The track will go through a change, and these drivers are going to have to stay on top of it. They only get their qualifying set of tires and 2 more to make a 90-lap run, and I know you can only run about 25 to 27 laps on fuel and tires here. No, I think I'm wrong about that. I think it's 35 laps, 35 to 37. So you are going to come up just a tick where you got to really think about how you want to play your tires out. G-Body Garrett Boyd putting down a 30-20. And then everybody in the 29.7s and faster. Larry Moody at 29.77. The quickest in the house right now. 54 Matt Westfall, third quick. Let's go watch Mr. Michael Larch. That's your points leader. Let's see what he does. It looks like he's just rolling onto the speedway. New skin on that 48 car. Doyle Lawrence, 29.71 with an 8. And Kevin Spaulding, your pole winner last night in the Truck Series, is up there. Spaulding is finding some speed in qualifying. Sun is already starting to get behind the mountains across the way. And the track will go through this change. The lights will come up. We may end up in a full night race before it's over, but the transition will change the racetrack. Thirteenth quick on lap number 1. Doyle Lawrence still the quickest in the room, but Stidham, Vinny, Schmutz all on the track along with Larch. And we're going to go watch Adam Vinny as he just rolled out. Larch to the stripe. And lap 2 for Larch, good enough for 10th. Let's go watch the 64 car. Lawrence, Spaulding, DeMoore, and Moody, the top 4. Wansing is 5th currently. There's 2 or 3 still to go. Kobe Stidham just about to finish his second lap, 30-26 on lap 1. We'll see what he pops in for lap number 2 here as he hits the stripe. And he goes P2, 29.74. First lap for Vinny. 8th quick, 29.78. Man, the top 10, about a tenth apart. A tenth of a second is not very much when you're rolling at 180 miles an hour. Circle Track TV, welcome to the show. Adam Vinny to finish lap number 2. 30.01, he slowed it down 0.2. Scott Thomason finishes his up 20th. Graves, Forstner, Straczynski, and Cooper electing not to qualify. So is Lawrence in chat? I do not see Doyle Lawrence in my available chat, so we will not get a chance to talk to him. But we might get a chance to talk to Michael Larch real quick. We're going to move him a couple of times to get him up here. Michael Larch, Roger Wagner, DSSN booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, man. Looks like about a 12th place qualifying effort. You won the race at Auto Club last week. You got to go to the back anyway. Save a little bit on tires and make sure that first run you can go as hard as you need to pass enough cars?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting here. I don't know. I felt like I left a little bit there on the qualifying there. I mean, obviously, like you guys stated, I got dropped to the back of the field for finishing top 5 in points from last week. But yeah, main thing is just take care of the car, take care of the tires, and just kind of race the track until I get up there to the front, hopefully, and then I can race a little bit and battle with these guys and see where it goes from there.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there. I know you got to grid out, so get out there and do your thing. Hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at the end of this.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Michael Arch in the 48 car. Last week's winner. Going to grab him and have a chat with him before they go green. Get him put back in his little spot. And we'll look at it. The 88 of Doyle Lawrence. Your pole setter, Kobe Stidham, the 36, P2 in qualifying. Kevin Spaulding, good runs for the 25 in qualifying the last couple of nights. So kudos to Kevin. And then Austin DeMore, the 7 car, will be on his outside. Larry Moody, the 73, row 3 to the inside, next 2. Seth Wansing in the 5. Matt Westfall with a good qualifying effort. The dirt guy coming in and making a showing qualifying in the top 8. The 54 starts P7. Adam Vinny, the 64. In that 8th starting spot. And then row 5 is the 38 of Dean Gagliano. Josh Whiteman in the 5. Row 6, 67 of Keith Steele and Michael Arch, who we spoke to in the 48. Richie Gaines, the 11. Corey Blevins, the other 24 car in the field. They'll start in row 12. Row 13 is the 99 of Shane Yost and the 24 of Thomas Brandner. Jeff Werdeman, the 81. Garrett Boyd, the 21. Row 9. Row 10 is Tom Ossendorf, the 32. Scott Thomason in the 08. Your 11th row, Jacob Schmutz, the 9. Nick Cooper, the 35. Row 12 is Casey Graves in the 01 and Mike Forstner in the 69. And Shotgun Charlie tonight is the 23 of Alex Scherzinski. A couple of those drivers, I believe, elected not to take qualifying to save tires. It's about, it's not quite 1% per lap. It's about 0.6% wear on your tires per lap. But the more the tires wear and the hotter they get, the tighter and tighter and tighter these cars tend to get, and the turn 4 exit will tighten up super bad on you. Pole sitter went to the apron. I don't know what he's doing. Looks like he has got a problem, and we are going to throw the yellow. Keep this thing under caution until he can figure it out, or until he can get to the back. Something amiss in the 88 car as he rolled around for pace laps. Scheduled to start on the pole, and he's headed for pit road. That's going to move Kevin Spaulding. 2 P1 starts in a row. You do not have a green flag, guys. We have a yellow flag. I don't know what they are doing. This is crazy. Lights are off on the pace car, though, so we will get ready to go. I do want to go see what happened to Lawrence, if anything. If he has to pull in or something wrong with that car. I have no idea what could have possibly happened to him. Well, we're already down to turns 3 and 4. Oh, no, we're headed up the backstretch. And the lights on the pace car coming on one more time. I don't know why we're getting this, but hey, you know what? If it's going to make for a better start, a more fair start for everybody, so be it. Lawrence still sitting on pit road. And no longer on pit road. I don't know what could have possibly happened to Doyle. But I think they've extended. Oh, no. Wait. No, he is still on pit road. Yeah, that car's still sitting there. I thought maybe he had rolled out onto the back of the field, but he did not. You know who I don't see that I was hoping to see? Father Time. I do not see the 43 of Reed Rundle. Oh, Rito, if you're watching, buddy, what happened? I was looking forward to seeing you in here. Mixing it up with these guys. Get a look. Your 224 cars. Both of them Jeff Gordon fans, William Byron fans. But in here running 24s. Getting ready to get after it. This time, it looks like we're going to let it go. Green flag is going to fall. And we're going to get started. Oh, you know what? I need to change that too. There we go. All fixed now. All right, pace car is going to duck out of the way. 90 laps to go.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're underway. Round number 2 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Timber Creek Homes Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBradys. They'll head off into turns 1 and 2 side by side. Austin D'Amore pushes his way to the front. He's got the point headed down the backstretch. Seth Wansing on the outside around the 25 of Kevin Spaulding. They get single file through the top 5. Larry Moody. Now Dean Gagliano to his inside. D'Amore leads lap 1. They're 3 wide back here at about 8th through 12th. Larry Moody got a little push from behind there. I want to say that was Richie Gaines in the 11. Gave him a little, hey, how you doing? Might have been the 67 of Keith Steele. They are going at it pretty hard already, side by side. Nobody giving an inch. That outside line looks like it's got a ton of momentum right now. Problems for the 12 car. I'm sorry, for the 48. Michael Larch on pit road. I don't know what happened to him. I don't see any indication that he was in an incident. Somehow headed down to pit road. I gotta wonder if maybe he made a mistake and he forgot to take the tape off the car. Video issues. Oh my goodness, Doyle. We can't be having that, sir. You had a great qualifying effort. So technical problems for the 88 car. D'Amore's trying to get away. He is out there. He is running the wheels off of it. He may pay for this in about 15 laps. We'll see. Spaulding and Wansing going at it. You know it, brother. Told you I'd do it. Starting to get a little spread out here. Cars that are closest together right there, Corey Blevins, Richie Gaines are side by side. And that is a battle for 9th and 10th. There's Garrett Boyd in that 94 machine. Looks like he is just trying to bide his time. He's got Mike Forstner tucked in behind him. Now Forstner pulls to the inside, and Forstner trying to go forward. Picking up a spot. He'll get around the 94. Gaines, Blevins, that's 10-9. Larry Moody is 8th. Keith Steele is 7th. Josh Whiteman, 6th, side by side. Thomas Brandner, Dean Gagliano for 5th and 4th. Right behind Seth Wansing, who runs in the 3rd spot, but maybe not for long because Gagliano has got a monster run on the outside going. He'll pull alongside. High side starting to work. And I think Brandner sees that, and he is going to move his machine up to the high side behind the 38 of Gagliano, try to take a spot, and he'll get it done. So Brandner follows Gagliano through, and he is 3rd now. Will he go to the outside? try to go after the 38 right here. Up there high and wide. Uh-oh, a little blinky blink. I don't know where there he is. He's back. Got a good run. Move Brandner onto the podium currently. Oh, man, I completely understand. It's good. I wish that you could get it fixed and had gotten back and maybe only missed a lap or two. You probably could have had a shot at a lucky dog or something to try to get out there, man. Sucks to spend all that time practicing and then not get the race. Probably have some practices on Thursday night for next week, buddy. I just watched Seth Wansing fend off a couple of drivers. 54 of Matt Westphal already headed for pit road off the pace. Maybe damage on that car, not sure. I don't see anything. But Wansing held off Blevins, held off Whiteman, and now those three getting in line. They're going to have to deal with the 11 of Richie Gaines, who's up top. I feel you, buddy. Give me a call tomorrow if you've got a few minutes. Gains around Whiteman. Move him to 7th. Let's go check our leader. Austin DeMore, 1.8 seconds out in front of this field. Kevin Spaulding is still second, but Branner is now starting to reel in the 25 car. We look back here. Oh, they were 3 wide. I thought there was contact for a moment. That was a 73. Larry Moody right next to Adam Vinny in the 64, and I thought for a moment those two had some severe contact. Both drivers keeping it squared up and straight. It may have just been a super close call. This is 12th, 13th, and 14th right here. Casey Graves right in front of them on the high side in the 01. And Jeff Werdeman in the 81. Now 3 wide. Westfall's down on the bottom. He's back on the racetrack. Cars slinking by. And now most of the field gone, so he'll have room to race on his own. It is 2 seconds. Austin DeMore to Thomas Brandner. And Brandner having a good run this week. He didn't qualify well at Auto Club, made the adjustments to the car that actually made the car worse. In the middle of that race at Auto Club, finally got it righted towards the end and then had some kind of computer issue that disconnected him from the race. So he was looking for redemption this week anyway, and he is already from 16th to 2nd. He is currently not even your hard chargers. Mike Forstner came from 24th to 9th already. Now he goes back to 10th. Little blink out of the 24. We hope he doesn't blink out tonight and hurt himself. And Al Forstner, we saw him go by Boyd a couple of laps ago, maybe 5 laps ago, and now Boyd is going back by. Here comes Werdeman, Graves. I think that's Larry Moody, the 73. These guys all back here, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. We're about halfway, nearing halfway through a fuel run. But DeMore, now the lead's starting to shrink. Brandner got around Spaulding, and it went from 2 seconds to 1 3/4. Spaulding still hanging on to 3rd, and Wansing is still 4th and starting to close in, but he's got company with Gagliano and Blevins as the 24 of Corey Blevins doing Corey Blevins things and starting to come forward. We're used to seeing this on Wednesday nights in the Truck Series over there at Midwest. Hang around, zip. He makes a run. He's making a little bit of a run now, fighting Gagliano off on the bottom, and the middle was good, the top was good. Now it looks like maybe the bottom's starting to rubber in just a little bit, and it's starting to become a bottom track. Up to towards the front, Kevin Spaulding is still running the middle. He is still losing time to the car in front and the car behind. Brenner, and Wansing. It is a pack right here. From 5th and 6th on back. Blevins right there. Gagliano, Gaines, Whiteman, Adam Vinny. Then Garrett Boyd, Jeff Wardeman. That's 11th. Graves, Moody not far off. Comes Jacob Schmutz. Having a solid run. Inside the top 15 right now. Steele, Ostendorf, Shazinski, Thomason, Nick Cooper. What is going on with the 35 car? This is not normal. Nick Cooper, 20th. So is Kobe Stitt. He's way at the back as well. And went around Westfall. Larch is back on track, but he is 11 laps. Make it 14 laps down. I don't know what happened to him. But whatever it was semi-catastrophic. Around 36 to 38, Scott King. So they can go pretty hard. And they are. Thomas Branner is just doing work. He is chopping that lead. He's got it down to 1.2 seconds. When he cleared Spalding in the 25, and now Seth Wansing is around Kevin Spalding. When Branner cleared Spalding to take over second, or take over third, take over second place. Yeah. He was 2 seconds behind. Now he's got it down to about 1.1 seconds. And Wansing is going to go around Spalding finally. He's 3 seconds off the lead. And then Blevins is looking to take a spot away from Spalding as well. Dean Gagliano is tucked right in there. Spalding's running the high line. Probably trying to save a little bit of tire. Still got about 13 to 15 laps max. And I want to say 35, 36 was all I could get out of tires. I couldn't go any further. I tried 3 times. And I might be wrong. It might only be 25. We're going to know any moment, because if they start dipping off onto pit road in the next 2 to 3 laps, we'll know that I'm thinking about truck racing and not car racing. There's so many laps in both this week that it's not funny. Trying to help work on setups for all these guys. Don't look now. But here he comes. The T-brand of old. Team RPM's fastest driver, Thomas Branner. He's closing up, and he's doing it quick. Making short work of it. Let me see what the lap times look like. Oh, yeah, he's 32 flat. Everybody else is 32, 10, and slower. The only other car close on the track is Garrett Boyd. He's running the same exact lap times. They both ran 32.05 the last lap. Branner to the point. As DeMoore heads for pit road, we're going to watch his pit stops. He has killed his pit stops. Almost every time we've done it under green, he has had a problem. So we'll see. As he rolls down, heads for his pit stall. There's Matt Westfall's car. Perfect into his stall this time. Now, if he didn't speed getting on pit road, which we didn't see, and he doesn't speed coming off of pit road, he's going to be in pretty good shape. There comes Larry Moody in. I see now that Garrett Boyd is rolling out. Boyd's picking up some spots. Thomas Branner is on pit road as well. So is Corey Blevins. Casey Graves, Adam Vinny, Kevin Spalding will go watch. Into his pit stall. Vinny rolls by. So does Blevins. There goes Kevin Spalding. Casey Graves, Tom Ossendorf. Here it comes. T. Brand coming out. Corey Blevins looking to get going here. Oh, I lost my guy. There he is. There's the other guy. There comes Adam Vinny rolling out as well. So they're rolling them back. And it looks like from way at the back, getting ready to be way at the front. As Wansing is in 3 and 4, we'll see if he pits this time. And he slows it and brings it onto pit road. Now what does Stidham do? Remember we went back, Stidham was around 21st, 22nd. He comes to pit road as well. And that'll start cycling everybody back through. It's going to be Shane Yost. And does he come to pit road this time? He does not. Has he been to pit road? He has not. Shane Yost in the 99 has yet to pit. So Brandner got in and got out in front of everybody. DeMoore is right there. DeMoore pitted first and handed the lead over to Brandner. Brandner held it through the cycle of pit stops, but he only held it, by about half a second. We saw him come on strong at the end of that run. So if you do the math, you had a run to 28, you'll have a run to about 56. You'll have a run to somewhere 82 to 86. It's a 90-lap race. They're going to run out of tires on pit road before they run out of laps on the racetrack. So we'll see how this plays out for some guys. We have yet to have a caution. We extended the pace laps at the beginning a couple of laps, but we got it started, and it has not disappointed at all as Shane Yost finally takes the 99 car to pit road. That's going to hand the lead back to Brandner. DeMoore is still right behind. Then Boyd is up to the 3rd spot now. He was coming on strong at the very end of that run. Graves and Gaines will be 4 and 5 when we cycle back around. Blevins is still 6th, then Vinny 7th, Gagliano, Wansing, and Kevin Spaulding stayed in the top 10 through the pit cycle. Suzinski up to 11th. Cooper now is up to 12th. Here comes the 35 car. Larry Moody, Jacob Schmutz, Keith Steele, Kobe Stidham, Mike Forshner, Tom Ossendorf, and Shane Yost will roll out 19th. Thomason, Whiteman, Werdeman. All the way back to 22nd. And a handful of these guys look like they are not currently. They are at the very tail end of the lead lap, excuse me, because here come your leaders. Big move from Casey Graves. Oh, man. Casey Graves, go back and watch this. Drops to the bottom. Gaines had a bit of a run, but Graves shoots right back across the track, and he's in front of all of them now as he's up to 2nd. No, he's up to the lead. What happened to Thomas Brandner? Brandner must have had a moment. Maybe he scraped the fence. I don't know. He was leading. Now he's 5th. Make it 4th as he's going to hold on around DeMoore. There goes his car to pit road. Richie Gaines dives it right off onto the apron. But Graves is out front. Then Blevins. Brandner is 3rd. DeMoore, Gagliano. That's Michael Larch. Michael Larch about 14, 11 laps down. I don't know where he's at now. He's way down. 13 laps down. And we're racing right up here by the leaders. Gagliano is having a good run now. Going to put himself in a podium position. trying to see if there is damage somewhere on that 24 car. Let's get the drone in here. It looks good. He must have had a oopsie-daisy is what he must have had. Casey Graves took the lead, and he's starting to get away from Corey Blevins. He's got about a half second, making almost 6/10 now. These two are gone. They are 3.5 seconds ahead of that battle for third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Gagliano, Brander having fun with Demore. They're side by side right in front of Garrett Boyd. Kevin Spaulding and Nick Cooper now is starting to charge up here. Oh, big smack. Adam Vinny. I don't know if he touched the fence, but if he didn't, he scared the heck out of it. That was quick and evasive. This time brushes the wall out of turn 4, and here is Seth Wansing now trying to make a charge back up through the field. Green flag pit stops separate. They just separate drivers. A little mistake, a bad call, wrong adjustment. Last night we saw an untimely caution that saved a driver. These guys over here at DSRL, they got it going on. Drivers are excellent. The racing has been phenomenal. Woo! The T-Town Terror right in the middle of the track, and they go low, high, and he probably went, what was that? Because Thomas Brander is the 24 and Corey Blevins is the 024. We don't discriminate. We let these guys run their number. We've got 2 or 3 guys that want to run 55, but they hardly ever show up to race. Nick Cooper now up to 6th place. He's closing the gap. 9 seconds off the lead. But the 35 car is on rails right now. Putting P5. Before pit stops, he was about 22nd. Casey Graves now 9/10 of a second ahead of Corey Blevins. About 15 or 16 laps from pit, so we're about halfway through the cycle. I'm wondering if maybe what we're seeing is a little bit of 2 tires versus 4 tires. And Brander came out, 2 tires, had a great run until the tires equalized, and now he's starting to go back, and he saved a set for the end to try to make a last-ditch effort at this thing. You saw Boyd work his way around Thomas Brander. The Timber Creek and the BeefOBradys cars side by side doing some racing. They got Demore right there. I tell you what, Jeff Werdeman is a lap car, but he is carving his way up here through the top 5, 6, 7 cars. He might be trying to get a lap back the old-fashioned way. Let's go back towards the front. In traffic now as he's caught Shane Yost, or Yost has caught him. I don't know which. The 01 putting Yost a lap down, so he caught him. That's Mike Forstner right there. Forstner is 17th. Was the last car on the lead lap, no longer. I'll keep the replay, and I'll try to get you a screenshot out of it, my friend. Nick Cooper up to 4th now. He's not even the hard charger. Right now, Casey Graves has improved 22 spots. He started 23rd. And he is leading this thing. And he's leading it by 1.5 seconds over Corey Blevins. Gagliano's having a fantastic run here tonight. He is running 3rd. Nick Cooper is closing the gap, though. Casey Graves is picking them up and putting them down. Only car on the track in his time zone, Nick Cooper. And they're almost identical on the stopwatch. 31.81, 31.84. There's Larry Moody, 15th place. Going to go a lap down here. Yeah, post those up so I can share it to the BeefOBradys and the Timber Creek guys. That'd be great. Thank you. Blevins now starting to work through that same traffic. Larry Moody, whoo, that was maybe a late choice to go to pits, and he almost got the T-Town Terror right up his tailpipe because Scotty Thomason just about got him turned around getting on the pit road right there. It was close. How close is Cooper and Gagliano? Gagliano going into turn 1, and Cooper is about a second, 1.8-ish behind. We're starting to get into that zone of pit stops within the next, I would say 6 to 8 laps. Depends on if anybody's been saving. And I don't think the 01 has been saving much of nothing. I think he made a choice. He probably put 4 tires on. He made a choice to go up here and just try to run the wheels off of it. And then he'll figure out his last 2 stops. That last run is going to be a short one. 7, 8 laps at most. And it might just be a fuel-only stop for some of these guys. They may go as hard as they can. They had the tires that they qualified on for the first 25 to 28 laps. And they'll have a second set for the next 25 to 28, and a third set, which should get them between lap 80 and 84. And then that last little run, unless you went left sides, right sides, and then you can have a full set. But I think if you did that, you are just losing so much time to the guys that did 4 tires on the first 2 stops. We've got these set up so that it is a bunch of strategies to choose. You got to figure out which one you think is going to work for you. Then you got to execute it. But you also have to take into consideration, are we going to get cautions or are we not? And this doesn't look like we're getting cautions. We've run 51 straight laps, caution-free. Corey Blevins on the pit road. So we'll watch the car that dropped out of second place make his way down and into his pit stall. Let's see if he takes 2 or 4 here. It looks like he missed his pits. And he had to pull forward. And I do not see any tires going on that 24 car. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Gagliano now second. Cooper is now third, and that gap is down to 1.9. Spalding in the 4th spot. Wansing is 5th, but he's quite a ways back. He's about 4.2, 4.3 seconds off of Kevin Spalding. As we're seeing a lot of different strategies for tires, fuel. Casey Graves on the pit road. Here comes the 01 car. So the leader now, and he may be setting the tone. Blevins went in a couple of laps ago. That looked like a fuel-only stop. Gagliano going to get handed the lead now. Cooper 1.5 seconds back, and it looks like he might be heading for pit road as well. And he sure enough is. So Gagliano staying out. Here comes Spalding onto pit road. Wansing going to go around again. Cooper, Spalding, Werdeman is also on pit road with this group, and I think he's right in front of Cooper. Ostendorf now onto pit road as well. Let's look at Jeff Werdeman. Let's see what happens to the 81. Setting. They drop the car off the left side, and he's away. Now Gagliano onto pit road. Kobe Stidham also onto pit road. We are 34 laps from the end of this thing. They can't make it on fuel. They have to stop again. But who will have tires? Who will have a full set? Who will only have lefts or rights? We're not sure. Saw Gagliano's car go up on the right, go up on the left. He's taking tires. And he'll drop it down and roll away. Seth Wansing now has to make that choice. Is he coming to pit road? No, he's not. Schmutz goes to pit road in the one car. There comes what I think is Kobe Stidham rolling out. Yes, it is. Keith Steele in the 67 is on pit road. He's right behind Josh Whiteman. Whiteman, 23rd, and he is about 20 laps down. So he's been sitting there a minute, and I just didn't see it. Casey Graves out in front. Seth Wansing yet to pit. Wansing's got a 17-second lead, but he has yet to make his second pit stop. Big slide, four-wheel drift for the 01 car coming out of turn number 4 that time. Definitely not good on your shoes. Watch Seth Wansing as he's going to go around again. Wansing getting excellent fuel mileage. Garrett Boyd in 8th place is right behind your leader, trying to put himself back on the lead lap. And he'll get it done down the backstretch. Wansing might be headed for pit road. I thought I saw him jerk the car like maybe it stuttered. And he'll pull it off onto pit road. He's trying to get everything that he can getting in here. Getting her woed up. So we'll watch. We'll see. Here comes Graves. He's into turns 3 and 4. He's going to take the lead back. Yost is second now, but I don't think he's pitted a second time. He's getting good fuel mileage. He's stretching them a long ways. He's going to be the last car that has to make a pit stop. Don't know how many laps we can expect before he does, but it can't be too many. It looks like he is really not on the throttle here. He'll head to pit road this time by. So the last car to head for pit road, and that'll put Corey Blevins back to second. 9 seconds behind Graves. He's got good tires. I don't think Graves took tires. So we're just going to have to see how that plays out. Thomas Brander once again up to the 3rd spot. And then Nick Cooper not far behind. Nick Cooper about 1.1 seconds behind Thomas Brander right there. As we've completed 60 of the 90 scheduled laps. There went Gagliano by. Pretty sure that was a fuel-only stop for the 35. So he is going to try to make a late race run with a fresh set of tires here. When will he make his pit stop? Will he split that last run into 2? Since this thing has a very green feel to it. Get himself in a window, or does he pit in the next 5 laps and then try to make that run on the tires real late? Graves is checked out. He is just stinking it up. He is 9 seconds ahead of Blevins. 9.6 seconds ahead of Brandner. As you can see, both of the 24 cars right there on the screen. There goes Blevins. There goes Brandner. And Dean Gagliano has kind of got himself in the middle of all that. And Gagliano in the 38 is running for a spot. He'll take over third. We know he got tires. 100% he got tires. So he is going to be a little bit better than these guys. But on that last run, does he have any tires left? I'm not sure. Hard to tell. He's going to go to the high side. And he'll take the spot away from Blevins. So put Gagliano second. Blevins third, and Brandner now right there. And he's going to try to make a run at the spot. Put Thomas Brandner on the bottom of the podium. But I think these guys are going to be in for a shock here pretty quick, because the 94 car is reeling them all in. Fastest car on the track last time by quite a bit. You know he's on fresh skins. He was faster than Gagliano. Pulls down to the inside of Blevins, and the 94 of Boyd is going to move himself to the fourth position. He'll go right after Brandner in turns 1 and 2. A little co-opetition right there, as I think Brandner kind of gave that spot to Boyd, but the car got a little, oh, here comes Brandner to pit road. That was a late decision, I think. Will he get it wound down enough and not get a speeding penalty? We're going to watch the pit stop, because this may be one of those, I went out on just fuel and I saved a set of tires for this. He may have a brilliant idea here. Oh, and he misses his pit stall, and I think you can toss it out the window. That 1 to 2 seconds right there is an absolute killer. That's 3 football fields worth of track at green flag speed. Down and away he goes. We'll see where he comes out right now. Blevins fourth, and he's dealing with Shane Yost. Yost is a lap down in 16th. So Graves, Gagliano, and Boyd, 1, 2, 3, and they're separated by about 8 seconds, first to third. We've still got a pit stop to go, guys. The money stop is coming up. Larry Moody. Moody there, 15th, a lap down. There are 11 cars left on the lead lap, folks. Seth Wansing in 11th, going by Adam Vinny for 10th. As that's your last 2 cars on the lead lap. Casey Graves. The gap is shrinking. It's down to 5.3 seconds. Let's go on board. Graves headed for pit road as we head on board. So we'll jump off board and we'll watch his final pit stop. He's going to do it with 20 laps to go. Really had to get on the binders. He locked the right front up. Let's see if he had any tires left for this. Is Gagliano, Boyd. I think Cooper will probably go by. Austin DeMore is on pit road. Right side's going on. Did he say 4 tires for a 20-lap run? I think he did. So we're going to see how that plays out. Shazinski up to 4th. Stidham is 5th. Spalding 6th. Wansing, Vinny, as DeMore and Graves are both on pit road. And here comes DeMore finally getting to his stop. There goes Graves coming out. Here comes Mike Forstner. There goes Michael Larch. Austin DeMore down and away. Larry Moody is on pit road for his final stop of the day. This has been an amazing race. No cautions. Comers, goers. We've seen guys come from the back to the front. They went from the front to the back. All kinds of mechanical issues tonight. But Dean Gagliano putting it down out front. How far does he go? He probably has to go till he's almost out of fuel, and then he's got to just do a fuel-only stop, I think. Because he took tires on the last pit stop, which leads me to believe he has none left. There comes Adam Vinny off pit road. Vinny currently scored 16th. 2.7 seconds. You can see Garrett Boyd at the top of the screen there on the straightaway. Slightly closing in. Kobe Stidham, 13.7 seconds back. We're kind of close to that final pit stop for everybody. I'm waiting to see when Garrett Boyd dove off. He's on pit road. What is Boyd going to do? Running in the top 3. Is it fuel only? Does he take tires? Right side's going on. Is that all he's doing? Right side tires? He's revving her up like he's ready to go. He's waiting on some fuel. Nope, he's getting 4. So that's going to be interesting. Where does he come out of the Graves? And he's going to come out quite a ways behind. Gagliano still on track. I want to say that's Keith Steele that is coming out. Yes, it is. As the leaders kind of went by. So Gagliano is your leader. Oh, Kobe Stidham on pit road. So Stidham pitted out of 3rd place. How is this going to shake out? Inside 15 to go. There is your leader in between cars, and Casey Graves trying to unlap himself. I don't know, but I feel like if Gagliano is going to have any shot at all, he's got to go in right now. Fuel only, perfect on, perfect off. I don't think he can make it. I just really don't feel like he can make it. Diaz going to stay out. He's probably going to pray for a caution, and he can go get whatever he's got left for tires. Shazinski around the top side of 3 and 4. That's Tom Ossendorf, the 32, inside the 20. Getting back around him. A little brush to the fence there. I'm not sure if Alec knows this or not, but banging into the wall does not make the car go faster. Seth Wansing is 3rd, and he's a little ways behind. He's getting run down. Stidham is coming. Right now there's only 5 cars on the lead lap. If we were to catch a caution, that would change this entire race. This has been a fantastic display of strategies. What patience will do for you. I don't know who's going to finish in the top 3. I got a feeling that Casey Graves has this thing in the bag. Everybody else has to still stop, and he's already back on the lead lap. He has been flying. Gagliano to pit road finally. So let's keep a look where Graves is at. Now he comes off 2. We'll see where Gagliano is at. He's got to just get to his pit stall, get his fuel, and then get out. Into his pit stall. Getting enough fuel to get 11 more laps. And away he goes. Now, where's Casey Graves? Going by, and he'll retake the lead when everybody else has to pit, unless this guy right here has saved enough fuel to get himself about 10 and a quarter more laps. And Wansing is very good at saving fuel. He's very good at the strategy part of these races. Won 3 times in the Truck Series last season on those strategies. He had speed a couple of nights, but the strategies really put him to the forefront. There was the 20 coming back out of Shazinski. Kevin Spaulding is on pit road. He pitted out of about 6th, and he'll fall outside the top 10. Graves is closing in. He is running Wansing down. 1.7 seconds with 9 laps to go. And he's not quite a second a lap faster, so he's going to get there. Thomas Brandner in 3rd. He's got a pretty healthy 1.8 seconds over Garrett Boyd in 4th. Then Corey Blevins, Shane Yost in the top 6. And I think Yost might have enough fuel to get to the end. He just don't have the tires for it. And then looky, the 35 of Nick Cooper. As Yost to the high side. Lets Blevins and Cooper go. And now Cooper will go after Blevins as soon as they come off turn 4. Nick Cooper to P5. Garrett Boyd now. Right up to the back of the 24 of Thomas Brandner. Dives to the bottom, coming out of 4. Garrett Boyd onto the podium. 7 laps remaining. Cooper's only about 1.5 seconds behind this. He may get there. Wansing is the one. Graves is now to him. Wansing has saved fuel. I don't know how much, but I know that he's a good fuel saver. 6 laps to go. Can he get to the end? Graves isn't trying to go around him, surprisingly. Car into the wall. That's a 20 of Szczynski. He'll pull it out of the fence. Will stay green. He is right in front of the 2 leaders. Wansing thought he was going to go low, then he decided to go high, and then he decided to go kind of low. And Seth Wansing had to really take some evasive action, and he's going to give up a lot of ground. They're still going to be working on the 20 with the wave lap. 5 to go. Cooper got around Brandner. He's up to 4th. Still about 1.6 seconds. With 5 to go between Garrett Boyd in 3rd and Nick Cooper in that 4th spot. Lap car between them. That's the 1 of Jacob Schmutz. I'm watching Wansing, and I kind of get the impression that Casey Graves is just sitting here playing with his food. He can close up to the bumper of the 5 car any time he wants. Here on the straightaway, he just pulls right up to the back bumper, and then he just sits. He's going to wait and make it dramatic, a last lap pass. Four to go. Wansing still in the front. Does he have enough fuel? I think he pitted. He split that run. I think he's got enough fuel. I just don't know that his tires are going to be enough. Graves just comes right back to him whenever he feels like it. He's setting it up, trying to figure out this may be the spot. He'll go in the middle. He'll come out low. He's not going to pass this time. 2 to go, the signal from the starter stand. This time Graves puts the nose underneath and then rolls off the throttle. Wansing is going to hang on to it. Graves is going to do this with a last lap pass. Out of 4, the white flag coming out. Can Wansing hang on for another 1.5 miles? Through 3, 1, and 2. And the gap opens to 0.3 of a second. the strategist, working his magic. Wansing out of 4. If it makes it to the line, he'll win at Las Vegas. He rolled the dice, and he didn't crap out Seth Wansing. Oh, with a later, I think the car might have run out of fuel right there. But Graves comes home second, 62 100ths. Gary Boyd is going to finish on the podium. P3 for the driver of the 94 tonight, Nick Cooper. 4th, and Thomas Brander. A top 5. I don't know about you guys, but I wore out 90 laps, no cautions. What a heck of a night. Take a look real quick at the results here. Blevins was 6th, Damore 7th, Yost 8th, Gagliano 9th, Stidham 10th, Straczynski 11th, Vinny was 12th, 13th to Keith Steele, Forstner 14th, Spalding 15th, Werdeman 16th, Schmutz 17th, and Ostendorf 18th. 19th to Thomason, Larch 20th. Whatever problems Larch had were catastrophic for him, 13 laps down. Moody 21st, Gaines 22nd, Whiteman, Westphal, Lawrence rounded out the 25-car field. Whew. Let's get that fixed real quick. And we'll start dragging our drivers around, getting them in our waiting room. We got a lot of guys to find in a whole lot of places. We're going to have to move them. Well, I don't know where Casey Graves went. Where did Casey Graves go? There he is. And we got to find Seth Wansing and get him moved up there. All right, here we go. Let's start at the bottom of the podium with a third-place driver, Garrett Boyd. 90 straight laps. How tired are you right now?
I feel like I could do another 90, really.
Really?
I was getting into a pretty good rhythm there and was really enjoying myself. Kind of laid up a little bit and kind of working my way back through.
Yeah, I got to ask you because we kind of went through a transition. The sun was on the track in practice, qualifying, beginning of the race. It goes down behind the mountains over there. The track had to change a little bit. Did it tighten the track or did it make it faster?
I think it made it a lot faster. It really opened up the second groove, kind of second, third groove, and 3 and 4, and then it really made it where you could open your entry up a lot into 1 and 2, so you weren't really scrubbing the tires trying to get it down into the bottom. So it definitely gave the front end a little bit more grip there once the sun went down.
We got to see you and your teammates side by side quite a bit. I'm sure you guys were running something pretty similar. Just looked like you're able to hang on a lot longer.
Yeah, it's I guess that's kind of my shtick. I can't qualify to save my life and don't have a lot of speed, but I'm pretty good on the long run, so I try to make advantage of that. And another great night of racing with no cautions, so that really played into that strategy.
Yeah, it looks like this whole group, all 25, 26 drivers, kind of seem to be top-notch, and they're all able to keep the cars under them. They're not running into one another, and it's got to make it kind of weird because you try to set up for multiple strategies, and then inevitably the last 2 weeks it's really just been the one.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of got to sit there and watch the fuel gauge go down and hope that a caution comes out, and it's in your favor, not when you didn't need it to come out. So it's a different game, and then Seth, he knows how to play that game with saving fuel. So I know when he came by me there, I think it was after my second pit stop, he came by me and I could hear him clutching it. So I kind of started doing the same thing to save a little, but I think that's something you kind of got to commit to early and stick to it.
Well, an awesome run, man. A podium finish, probably your last week in the 94 car. You go back to the 21. We thank you very much for putting that here and getting it onto the broadcast. So give us some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate an awesome night of racing.
First and foremost, I got to thank everybody that shows up to run these leagues. Both last night and tonight, we both had really great turnouts. Being part of the admins, it's super fun to have people that show up and everybody wants to take it serious and have a good time at the same time. So thank you to all the guys who showed up this week. Thank you to Roger, Roger, for you for putting the broadcast up and on the night that we raced instead of having a delay like we used to. And then all the sponsors, Timber Creek. Can you remind me the name of the bar?
BeefOBradys.
I can't. Stop it. BeefOBradys. There we go. I should have it up, but I don't. I'm lazy.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
You should.
Big shout out to those guys, and then all the other sponsors that helped put this deal together. I don't have my car, so I don't have a lot of people to thank besides the people that put the show on.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. We'll see you back in the 21 car next week, sir.
Thank you.
Garrett Boyd finishing in a third tonight. Title sponsor. Bringing that thing home on the podium. So an awesome run for him. Now let's move on to a guy that's a consistent podium finisher here at DSRL. Casey Graves, I thought you pretty much had this one in the bag after that phenomenal pit stop at the end right there, leading by about 9 seconds when you took it. Walk me through what happened those last few laps.
I just got tight, and I really didn't think that anybody was going to be able to stretch it like that and hold the track position, because I know Shane Yost, he was on that same strategy, and we had passed him and lapped him. Like I don't know if this is going to work. Then I seen Seth, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together until the end there, and I'm like, oh, he's going to make it.
Yeah,
I just got tight at the end,
sorry
trying to
about
run him
that.
down. And
Crazy night, though. No cautions again. And the tire versus fuel strategy, I got to ask you something. I don't know if you and your teammates, but did you think about splitting that last 50 laps up and last 40 laps up and trying to do 20-20 so you could get extra set tires and you didn't have to do a fuel-only stop at the end?
So I probably had a different strategy than everybody in the race. I took the tires on the first stop because I'd burned my tires up in the first run. So I'm like, I have to take them here. And then my plan was to run that set, try not to kill them on the second run, because I figured a lot of people wouldn't take tires. So, which ended up working. And then the second pit stop, I only put like 5 gallons of fuel in the car, just to give me some like my end of the race window. So it saved some time in the middle of the race.
Well, being in the top 5 in points and having to go to the back obviously has to change your strategy. Like you said, you talked about driving hard to get through the field, burning up a set of tires. Is there ever a scenario where you just say, you know what, I just got to save them the whole night and just hope that I save enough tire as well as fuel that I can cut out that little short pit stop at the end and just let everything kind of come to me and see where it goes?
Yeah, I mean, if this race honestly was like maybe 4 laps shorter, I was gonna try to stretch the fuel, and it just didn't add up to me to try to save fuel, and especially where I was starting at, I would have to give up probably 8 or 10 seconds right off the bat just by being in the back of the pack, by trying to save the fuel to go the distance on 2 stops. Yeah, you just got to kind of look at it week by week and see how much you get cut out by saving. And yeah.
Well, an awesome job, my friend. Another podium finish for you. Give me some shout outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate with your teammates, buddy.
First, I got to shout out Seth for stretching the field there and getting a win. He definitely deserved it. Just everybody at True Speed, Low Drag Sports, 712 Brakes, and of course you guys for putting this whole deal on and giving us a place to race.
All right, my man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. I will look forward to seeing you next Monday night over here in the Truck Series.
Yes, sir.
Casey Graves finishing in second, and now he's got 3 wins in the Truck Series. He breaks through and gets his first win in the Stock Car Series, and he does it the way he always does it. He stretches the fuel beyond what anybody thinks is possible. Seth Wansing, another strategy win.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Believe it or not, I'm usually pretty fast too. I don't like this strategy stuff usually, but it seems to be working out so far. So I'll take it.
Man, don't complain when you get hung with a new rope. You're pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
You were good tonight. I thought Casey Graves, he ran you down from a ways back, and I thought, uh-oh, he's in trouble because he doesn't have tires. He's just got fuel. He might get swallowed up, and you were able to hold him off.
Yeah, I knew I had pretty good speed early on, and I actually kind of benefit, and I decided to go two-stop about 5 laps into. I knew the car was good. I wanted to go grab the lead early on, but I was a little loose with the hot track to start, so I backed off, started going for a two-stop, was clutching it a lot. I was a catfish on the bottom. And then on that second to last stop, when Casey got out there and got a lead, I knew what he was going to do. He was just going to try to get a biggest lead as possible, take a short amount of gas, and then come after me. So I just tried to stay patient with it, and I thought I was dead in the water. I mean, he was a second back with like 10 to go, and I just picked up the pace a little bit. I was still clutching it. I was sideways, and then I got super tight for some reason. And then he got to me, and I don't know if he got tight or I just put the air where I needed it to or what it was. And I did pick up the pace a little bit, and the car and the tires had plenty in it. I wasn't having to abuse them real hard. And, there for a second, I thought I had a really good shot. I was going to run hard a lap, and then a lap car, like, jammed on the brakes and then put me up high there for a second, which confused me, but whatever.
Confused us up here in the booth, too, by the way.
But then, yeah, ran out coming out of Fort. Huh?
He confused us up here in the booth with the 20 car going in, out, in, out. It confused us as well.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, and I asked on the radio, and he said he was racing for the Lucky Dog, which he had me clear by 0.8 of a second. I don't know why he felt the need to slow down.
We're in Vegas, baby.
But,
the word lucky came into play.
Happens. Yes. Yeah, stuff happens, but he got back to my bumper, and the last 2 laps, I clutched the whole entire race from about lap 10 on entry, and so I was still clutching, but yeah, coming off 4, I started sputtering, and I had just enough of a gap to where Larry put it best in chat. He's like about another 20 feet. And,
he got you.
For. So,
oh yeah.
Casey did a hell of a job, and a hell of a race car driver, and just happy to get it done. I'd love to win one just purely on speed one of these days, but that day will come around too. But I'll take wins when I can get them, man.
I don't know if this series is set up to allow guys to win on pure speed. If you look at the strategy that you have to put in for the fuel and the limited tires, I don't know if anybody could ever win one on pure speed.
Yeah, and it takes both, honestly. It takes finesse because, there was a couple other guys on the strategy that I was on, and they went a lap down. So you have to keep enough speed in the car. I love the setup of the league. It really makes you use every tool in your toolbox, and that's what makes it fun.
We end the night with only 11 cars on the lead lap, so a lot of strategies and, that trying to save things sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. For you, seems to work more often than not. So congratulations on the win. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate.
Yeah, thank you to everybody in my team chat down there. Larry and Whiteman and those guys brought me in, let me run with them, and it's been a lot of fun so far. And hope to keep running with them, Shane and Thomason and all those guys. Want to thank Midwest Barbecue, Hooray Grill Company, County Beverage, Anheuser-Busch, Elise Summit, and everybody that kind of helps out here and there with my stuff. And then want to thank you for broadcasting and all the league admins and everybody for putting this on, and everybody at home watching. I hope they had a good cold snack and enjoyed the race.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll see you back next Monday night for the Truck Series.
Yep, we'll see you at Martinsville, baby.
Seth Wansing picking up the win here tonight at Las Vegas. He's great at strategy stuff. He really is. And he's a good driver anyway. And we've got so many. Casey Graves came up there and almost got the deal done. Mr. Consistency, Nick Cooper. Everybody tonight. Awesome job by every driver in here. I was stoked for this race coming in. I am just as excited as we close the book on it. I can't wait to get to the next race. That race is going to be a little different, though. It's going to be in Iowa, and I expect the guys are going to be just as good at Iowa in these cars. Don't forget to tune in with us tomorrow night. I didn't mention this all night long, but Midwest Truck Series is closing out their season. Going to crown a champion tomorrow night. The old engineer himself, Brock Bigelow, has the points lead going into the night. We'll see if he can hold it and come out with his first Midwest Championship tomorrow night. Tune in for that. That'll be about I would say about a 8:30 Central or Eastern, 8:30 Eastern start time. So mark your calendars. Make sure you like, share, and follow if you're on Facebook. Hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo. You'll know every time we go live. I want to thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. That was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed that awesome race. These guys have been fantastic. We are so happy with the DSRL group right now. Both series doing a fantastic job for a couple of new startup series, putting on awesome racing. We love to see the fuel mileage stuff. That makes it a lot of fun. But I want to thank you for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to even bother doing this. Without all the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we see each and every night here on the network, there's nothing to cover, so a high five, a pat on the back all the way around. Till we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Come back, visit with us real soon. Don't be shy in the chat.